I'll bet some of you like unicorns. Let's draw a unicorn.
Sketch or strum, let's have some fun telling stories.
Uke-n-draw!
Be sure to press the subscribe button on this channel for the latest sketchin' and strummin' fun.
We'll be using some white paper, a pencil, an eraser, a black marker, and something to color your drawing, like crayons or colored pencils. And remember to put something under your drawing so the black marker doesn't go through your paper onto the table.
So let's start with our pencil. We'll draw the basic shapes for the unicorn and draw them very lightly because we'll come back after we're finished with the pencil and trace those lines with a black marker. I'm going to start with an oval. See that oval, kind of an egg shape, will be the unicorn's head. And then 2 lines down to a rectangle, a 4-sided shape that will be the body of the unicorn. So the head, which is the oval, and the body, which is a rectangle, connected with those 2 little lines, which is the unicorn's neck. And then I draw 2 small circles at the top of the oval for the eyes, and a line across the bottom of the oval, which will be the nose. And the little smile will be behind that nose. And then I'll put the ears. Make sure the ears are wide enough apart because we still need to add that unicorn horn on the top of the head. And then at the bottom corner of the body, I'll draw a leg, and above that, another leg, the same shape. 2 legs in the front and 2 legs in the back. We're just putting the shapes in right now. We'll do the details later. The tail is kind of a curvy line shape like this. Yours might look a little different, but that's okay. There are a lot of different unicorn tails. I'll put a little hair on the head between the ears just above the eye. And then the mane, the hair on the back of the unicorn. And I'll kind of put a line back and forth, back and forth, back and forth 3 times. Yours might be 4 or 5. That's okay. So now we have the basic shapes of the unicorn drawn in with a pencil. And if your shapes look kind of like this, you're ready to go to the next step, which is to trace those pencil lines with a black marker. I'll start by tracing the little circles for the eyes. And then I'll add a little dot in each circle, the pupils. And then I'll trace that oval shape for the head. And I'll stop where the neck connects to the head so that I can then draw the neck. I'll add the ears, 1 ear and an ear on the other side, and then a line across the nose. I'll put the little smile up there and a couple of nostrils on the nose. I'll go back up and put the hair on the top of the unicorn's head and some lines, some little details to show the hair. And then I'll trace the mane, the hair on the back of the neck of the unicorn, that back and forth line. I'll add the details to the mane, but first I'll go down and trace that rectangle body. The top line, the side lines, the bottom line, and then I'll add those leg shapes. The front leg, put a little hoof on there, another leg, and again, a little line for a hoof. And then the back legs, the same thing. Tracing the pencil lines. So we know exactly where to draw because we first drew it with a pencil. Okay, now I'll go up to the tail and I'll trace that curvy line. And then I'll go back and add those details to the mane. And then also the tail, those same kind of lines. And next I'll draw the unicorn's horn. It comes right up on the top of her head, and I'll put a few lines for details on that horn. And then I'll draw some wings, which is a line up and then a bunch of little bumps behind it to show feathers. And I'll put another one behind that. She has 2 wings and a couple of little lines to indicate more feathers. And then I'll follow that with a couple of motion lines. I use motion lines when I want to show something moving. So her wings look like they're fluttering. She's flying. I love putting details on the character. I'll add some spots to the side of this little unicorn. And then, to finish up, I'll draw some clouds in the sky so we can see that she's flying above the clouds. And finish up with a few more details. I'll add some eyelashes to the sides of her eyes and some eyebrows. And now that we've finished with the marker drawing, we can go back and erase those pencil lines. We use the pencil lines to know where to put the marker lines, but now that we're finished with the marker drawing, we can erase the pencil lines and add some color to our drawing. I'll speed this part of the video up so you get an idea of how I colored the unicorn, but you might want to use some different colors. It's your unicorn. Have fun.
Well, that was fun. We drew a unicorn. What color is a unicorn? I made mine purple, but you could make yours a different color. I'll bet you could think of a story about this little unicorn. What's your story? Well, thanks for drawing with me. I think you're going to come up with some great stories for these characters. Until next time, when we get together to sketch or strum, we'll have some fun telling stories you can draw.
And remember, subscribe to this channel because there's a lot more fun ahead.